What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Your Real NBA video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Chicago Bulls and what their young core is looking like as of right now. So as you all know, the Bulls season has just ended because they have not made it into the NBA restart. Now all of us Bulls fans have to just, look forward to next season and, look at our young pieces, see what we're going to do this off season, see how our young players are going to develop and all that stuff. You already know the drill. The Bulls have a lot of young talent on their squad right now. They got, players like Coby White, Chandler Hutchison, Daniel Gafford, Lauri Markkanen, all these players. In this video, I'll be talking about, how I think these young players on the Bulls are going to develop and, all that stuff. But before the video starts, I already made a video about Daniel Gafford not too long ago. So if you want to see how I think Daniel Gafford's future with the Bulls is going to look like, I'll link the video in the description, or you could press the little I in the top right corner of the screen, and then you could see the video there. But yeah, so I'm not going to be talking about Gafford because I already did, and yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first player I want to talk about is Chandler Hutchison. Hutch is a 24-year-old small forward, and he has dealt with a lot of injuries in his career, and he's been kind of inconsistent for the Bulls so far in his career. And when he has played, he showed that he can be a good defender and a good slasher. He's also great in the fast break, so he is a really good player when it comes to getting to the rim and running the floor and just finishing strong at the rim. That's been his strong suit. As well as his defense, he does have the ability to become a good defender. Obviously he's not perfect defensively yet. He still has a long ways to go, but like I said, he's young and he has been dealing with injuries. He has been getting some inconsistent minutes, but nonetheless he brings energy and effort off the bench to rally the team into some runs. But other than that, he struggles with shooting both from the free throw line and the three-point line. He sometimes gets out of control when he drives to the rim, and he definitely needs to work a lot on his game, at least on the offensive side of things. I do think that Hutchison can become a reliable role player for the Bulls off the bench as the years move forward, but he does need to stay healthy. Obviously every player needs to stay healthy, but with Hutch, he's been a freaking piece of glass. He's been injured pretty much every year, and that's obviously not good. He has shown some glimpses of becoming a reliable role player, a reliable defender, reliable player when it comes to attacking the rim and all that stuff. And I think he can become a good role player, like I said, if he can stay healthy. And the new culture obviously help Hutchison because he will get more consistent minutes and he'll just play better under a good coach. So that's what I think about Chandler Hutchison. Now let's get to Coby White. I made a video about Coby White 4 months ago saying that the Bulls need to involve him a little bit more on the offensive side of things, and it looks like that's what they did, because shortly after that video that I made, Coby White, he was more involved in the offense, and he went on that 3 30-point games in a row streak that you all probably know about, and he lit up the court. And I still think that Coby can become an all-star caliber player and an elite scorer in the NBA if everything works out. With Coby White, it's kind of difficult to predict what's gonna happen with Coby White, because we have LaVine, who is like a better version of Coby White as of right now. I do think that Coby White has the potential to maybe surpass LaVine, but as of right now, LaVine is the better player and he's the better scorer and he's the better shooting guard as of right now. So obviously LaVine is going to start. And then when it comes to point guard, Coby White, I do think a lot of people are sleeping on Coby White's facilitating. I do think that Coby White can be an at least average facilitator. I've seen a lot of people kind of underrate his facilitating, saying that he has no facilitating at all, but I think that's not true. Like I said, I think he's average at least. With Coby White playing point guard, it's kind of tough because, like I said, although Coby White, I do think people are sleeping on Coby White's facilitating game, he is not perfect when it comes to facilitating, and it would probably be better if the Bulls would have a pass first type of point guard rather than Coby White starting. Arcidiacono, Thomas Satoransky, they're not going to cut it. So it looks like the Bulls might draft, someone like Killian Hayes, LaMelo Ball, someone like that who can become a facilitator for the Bulls. If not, they might, try to trade for someone, try to sign someone. I do think that him and Zach LaVine being the starting backcourt will make some problems because, they both are, score first type of players. They both, like the ball in their hand, and I do think that that can cause problems. But like I said, I think people are sleeping on Coby White's facilitating game. I do think that Coby White can be a reliable starting point guard if he has to play that role. I wouldn't mind him coming off the bench as a sixth man if we do end up getting someone like LaMelo Ball or Killian Hayes, something like that, Tyrese Halliburton. So I think Coby White's future with the Bulls is looking pretty bright. If he does come off the bench, I do think he can become a sixth man of the year type of player. As of right now, I think Coby White's future is bright with the Bulls. The next person I'm going to be talking about is Lauri Markkanen. I think Lauri Markkanen can become an all-star player as well, as long as he gets put into the right position coaching wise. He's a knockdown shooter, we all know that, but Lauri has the ability to be a good post player, a good player when it comes to driving to the paint, and he can also sometimes have the offense run through him, but no one would have known that based on how Jim Boylen was coaching the Bulls and Lauri Markkanen this season. I think that we just need a better coach, we just need a better system for Lauri, and we just need Lauri to stay healthy because he has been dealing with injuries, and I think he can become a reliable, player and an all-star caliber player. I've seen a lot of people give up or at least kind of write off Lauri Markkanen a little bit, but I think that Lauri Markkanen still has the potential to become an all-star player, and I don't understand the people that are giving up on him. Trust me, I've seen people giving up on Lauri Markkanen so far, and that just baffles me because like I said, he's been dealing with injuries and he's been dealing with pretty terrible coaching. There's not a lot of players in the NBA who can deal with bad coaching and injuries and still compete at a high level. So I don't know why we expect that out of Lauri Markkanen. It is true that when Lauri Markkanen was healthy this season, he was struggling a little bit, but I still think that Lauri Markkanen has the potential to become an all-star caliber player, and I think that he just wasn't used right in Jim Boylen's system, and as long as we get a new coach, he will be a better player. And then there's Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell Carter Jr., he's been a really good defensive player, really good shot blocker, really good player when it comes to contesting shots at the rim. He doesn't let anyone get easy buckets over him, and when he was healthy, the Bulls were able to be a top 10 defense in the NBA, and I think Wendell, he has the ability to be a reliable center for the Bulls moving forward. All I think he has to work on is his shooting. Obviously, his shooting hasn't been great. I think he at least needs to be better when it comes to mid-range shooting and free throw shooting. I don't think Wendell's going to become a reliable three-point shooter, but if he can just work on that mid-range shot, I think he can be a really valuable player on the offensive end for the Bulls. Also, I think he's a really good post player, but like I said earlier, Jim Boylen and his system, it just wasn't it. But I do think that Wendell, he is going to be a really good player moving forward with the Chicago Bulls. He's going to be the anchor on defense. With a new coach, I think he can thrive a little bit on the offensive end. That's all I really have to say about the Bulls' young core. I do think that the Bulls have a really good young core, and I think with a good coach and with the team being healthy, they have a really good chance to make the playoffs, and I think they will end up making the playoffs next year. And also, we're going to get another good, reliable pick in the draft, so I think the Bulls' future is looking really bright right now. But yeah, that's all I really had to say in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, comment down below what you thought about this video, and I'll see you next time.